And we are live. Welcome back, everybody. Waffleboard breaks. Here we are, Sunday night double box break. Boxes 698 and 699 means Tuesday's Facebook claim will be box 700. I don't think I have anything special planned for you guys, but I'll see if I can dig up something. But definitely pretty momentous. Box 700. About 3.5 years into this, you guys have been loyal, committed grabbers of spots, whether it's on eBay on Sundays, double boxes, or Facebook, our midweek stuff. Still going strong. Like I said, I got a couple here already for the next reload. I got about 6 or 8 that have to go to JSA for COA. Hopefully, I'll ship that out this week. I think I'll get that over to UPS to send it up there for some COAs for you guys. They're all 100% legit, but I'd like to get the COA sticker and registered with JSA because, like I said, I never want anybody to question. I don't put anything in boxes without having some sort of COA. JSA has been good to me for quite some time now here in Jersey. 700 is huge. It really is. 700 boxes, and that's we've had probably about a dozen, 2 dozen double boxes in the years. So we're looking at about 720 something jerseys, 25 maybe. So that's where we are now. 2 boxes tonight, 2 jerseys, unless we hit box 17, of course, which is our trigger box 17. We'll get another box open completely free as a bonus, as a thank you from me to you guys. 17's been with us. I think that's one of the few boxes. I don't know if 43 is from last year. I was looking at the runs. I think we definitely emptied a run. So it looks like we have 12 from the current August reload, 10 from the July reload still there, only 3 from the June. We've been hitting that pretty hard the last week or two. We still have 6 from the May reload, and there's only 5 boxes from before May still on the table. I think it's April. Trying to think. April, we may have knocked out March. January, February, maybe the 43. No, January, February, maybe the 79 and the 82. January, February, and then we may have knocked out March. April might be 11. And 43, of course, might be a December reload. Or maybe we didn't, maybe we skipped. I'm not sure. We may have knocked out this January. So it might be. Maybe it's February, March, and April. I don't know. Like I said, the numbers are there. We've only had to skip 2 so far. Of course, the boxes ran up to 75 from this last reload, so we definitely will skip 79 and 82. That'll give us good for a while if we don't manage to hit them until we hit 11. So 79 and 82 definitely will be skipped if we can't hit them before the next reload. And we still have ways to go here. We got 36 boxes tonight, 35 boxes tonight. So that's the 2 we're going to open. Of course, that gets us down to 34 for Tuesday, 33 for Thursday. That gets us close to we got to get ready to reload. So I may only go 1 the following week. Facebook fill as we get closer. It's probably the best interest. I want to give 2 to you guys while the spot prices are still pretty low. Obviously, there'll be a little bit more than last week's, but 1 in 34 and 1 in 33 are pretty crazy odds for fully licensed. And you guys know these jerseys are all legit. Of course, you see the pictures still there on the Facebook page, and I don't delete them when they hit. I just move them to the bottom of the list. So almost every jersey, I'm sure a couple have been deleted by accident over the years, but almost every jersey is available. If you keep scrolling, they're on the Facebook page. Like I said, it's not a group, so you don't have to join it. Anybody can stop by and like the page. So you guys are more than welcome to spend as much time there as you like. I mean, I deleted some stuff just to clear up some space, but pretty much most of the videos are there. Of course, they're all on YouTube. I'll be posting it on YouTube and Facebook for you guys to watch at your leisure. Especially it's always fun to watch when you hit. Like I said, I've gone a couple places where I know there's been videos posted. I definitely have gone back to relive the big hits, and we've had some big ones this week. We hit Gila Furler last week, which is a monster that came out. We hit the Luke Robitaille, which was surprisingly not as much in demand as I thought. Some of you younger fans don't quite remember Luke Robitaille. He's definitely one of the greatest left wingers of all time. Of course, we live in an era with the possible greatest winger of all time with Alex Ovechkin, but Luke Robitaille before that was an absolute monster scorer. He was a monster scorer in LA before Gretzky out there as a rookie second year player, and then Gretzky came via trade, and he just continued. They didn't always even play on the same line. Of course, they played a lot on the power play, but Luke Robitaille, he bounced around after that. He spent some time. It was a Ranger as well as a Red Wing, and obviously he was a long time NHL player. Massive goal scoring over his career. Definitely one of the greatest scoring left wingers in NHL history. So a little surprised that Kings old school style didn't get as much love. Didn't get lots of bidders on eBay. Wasn't always the first spot claimed on the Facebook post. But I mean, to me, I felt that was a biggie. So it was definitely gone from this last reload. Still some big names in this last reload. Obviously, we have Temu's in there, and that Marcel Dion doesn't get enough love. That's a gorgeous yellow CCM. Old school LA Kings. That Billy Smith, we know that's gorgeous and all kind of inscribed up. That's an absolute monster jersey. That Rick Nash, I mean, obviously with the Rangers, Reebok is a great jersey. Brady, of course, is now a Panther, but that's a cool Sens jersey. I don't even know if it has the A or the C on the front, because I don't know if it was probably before he was captain that was signed up. And I love my best here, alternate Adidas stick logo Canucks. Like I said, there's some great jerseys. Obviously, the Rudy is a great jersey. Of course, the reload before, still got some biggies. Madonna, of course, one of the greatest Dallas and Minnesota North Star players. It's a Fanatic Vintage. That's a gorgeous jersey. The everything from the Gensel Penguins jersey, the Leclerc CCM Flyers jersey, the Samsonov Boston Bruins CCM. Anybody that's a Boston Bruins fan, we know Larry's a big Bruins fan and definitely remembers Samsonov kind of outshining, the number one overall pick in the same draft class in Joe Thornton. But Samsonov was I think he actually won the Calder that year. He definitely won the list, one of the probably at least 100, maybe even 50 greatest Bruins. He put up some good numbers with the Bruins. Samsonov was a much unheralded elsewhere if you didn't see him play. Fantastic hockey player. Of course, like I said, we still have some nice ones from that June reload. Of course, Scotty Bowman, Hockey Hall of Fame jersey is pretty cool. One of the greatest coaches in NHL history. The Jack Eichel, the number 9, which is the current number he wears with Vegas, but that's the number 9 Adidas with the Buffalo. So I mean, yeah. So you guys, have some current chases. I was noticing today. Obviously, we didn't have some of our regular Sundays. No Ryan S. No Shirley Mike A. No Ron. No Ron's been out for a couple weeks now. So it was interesting to see no real bids early. I mean, it took a while. I mean, until we got even double digit bidders on spots. I think the last 10 or 12 or so got I think about 10 bids in the 12 spots. So that's where people came in late and grabbed spots. Of course, you grab a lot of them for a minimum. There weren't as many big fights for spots, but like I said, you guys, the eBay, it's you guys bid what you want. If there's battles for spots, there's going to be battles for spots. If you're able to get it for a minimum bid, by all means, you're welcome to that. I mean, that's just how it works. I've been doing eBay for, almost, I guess, over 25 years. So I know the good and the bad. I use it mostly to help promote. Every once in a while we get a new person. In fact, today we have a first timer. I did see that one of the spots was won by Brian G. So Brian G, welcome into WAFFLEBOARD Breaks. Hopefully you can be a continued spot bidder. If you want to stop by the Facebook stuff, the Facebook goes live for claim. The post goes live 8 p.m. Eastern time. This week we're doing Tuesday and Thursday boxes. So you get in 8 p.m. Eastern time. You just claim your player in the thread. I give it a thumbs up to the valid claims and obviously thumbs down to the invalid claims if somebody gets it before you. But it's all done by Facebook's clock. If you have Facebook ID, swing by there. You can check out anything on the Facebook page. The jersey pictures are always there. The videos are always get posted. The spot price preview I'll put up at the end of the night Those prices are valid for both boxes we do. If we do two, if we do just a Wednesday night box, it's only for the one box. But those spot prices, they're good for Tuesday's box. We take out whatever hits, and then the same spot prices are up for the Thursday box. So that's benefits you guys no matter what comes out Tuesday. Your spot prices are the same. Of course, your odds are one box better or two if we hit the double boxes tonight. But so get over there. Like I said, welcome in Brian G. We have a pretty good break room. You guys are, definitely almost like family to me. We've been together for many years now, many of us. And I love, breaking with you guys or even against you guys and some other break rooms. So it's, like I said, I have an opportunity to get spots over at, Daryl's or Nick F's or Big Al's room. Some of you guys that also break as well. So make sure you stop by their spots to grab some spots. I think I guess Daryl's box opens tomorrow. Is that tomorrow it opens? Can't remember. I know we claimed it last week, but I'm not sure when it opens. Of course, Nick does Whatnot on Tuesday and Thursday, so get over to that. I think you have to get an invite. So if you need to reach out to Nick or if you need me to contact him for you, let me know. Nick's got great jerseys over and Whatnot. He does, I think, 40 starts with each night. Usually gets 3, sometimes 4 even. So check that out. And then, of course, Big Al has his multi-sport stuff, which is on the weekends. And, of course, he does his Josh's product, the East Coast boxes. Big Al grabs between 20 or so, sometimes up to 30, depending how many of the series. So I mean, there are some big headliners in there that are community hits, but you get that usually pick one, get one over there. So make sure you swing by Big Al's, check those breaks out, but try to support each other. Obviously, we're all hockey jersey nuts. Some of you guys have collections, rivaling mine, or even better, depending on where you go to grab your break stuff. But like I said, I love being able to, communicate and share our love of hockey jerseys. Obviously, we're now still about a month or so away from the regular season. Of course, camps and stuff be opening up very soon. We start to get some of the last free agents signed, and obviously injury is going to happen, but hopefully nobody significant. We already lost Bedard for part of the season because his other shoulder, not the one he hurt last year, but he fell kind of in a non-contact situation, and that happens. Like, you're going to lose guys in camp. Obviously there's some games overseas to start the season, so that should be fun as well. I think there's a triple header opening night. I think it's September 29th, I think. So that's when the season will start with the triple header. And like I said, we're heading that direction soon. Of course, we got the rest of August baseball and camps and football has already started with the preseason stuff. So we're getting there. So definitely, let me know if there's anything you would like for me to help chase down. Like I said, I always take suggestions. I always try to do my best to come up with good stuff for you guys to chase, because it's, it doesn't help me if you guys don't have any targets in the stacks. So, but like I said, I do what I can, try to get stuff, where I can keep the spot prices reasonable. Sometimes it's been crazy with the market. It's gone high, low, and now it's at the point where it's starting to peak up a little bit. Stuff is becoming even more expensive to grab, so it's tougher with me. But I try to do what I can. Like I said, when I grab stuff without COAs, that's usually my best interest, because I ship them off in groups to JSA. So it's stuff that I know is legit, that I'm not going to have any issues with getting COAs for. And usually it helps me, save a couple bucks on my purchase. So it's all good. I mean, obviously I have to pay to get the COA, which is not cheap. So it's just part of the process. So 2 boxes tonight. We're going to open up. We're going to random for 1 box. And we're going to back that number out, random for a second box. And we're going to open them both together. If we hit 17 on either of our randoms, we will open up another box completely free. So that's the trigger box for a free box. So really your odds are 1 in 35 and 1 in 34, because 17 will cause that extra box to be open. So 17 is the automatic trigger box. So if we hit first, we open up a free box, and then we open up the second box, and that'll be 3 giveaways. So we'll see how it goes. You guys know the drill. So thank you much. I appreciate everybody's continued love and support. I got a pretty full work week this week, so I'm not sure how much time I have to get to everything. Of course, I mailed out everything already that was hit last week. Dropped it off at the post office yesterday, so everything's on the way to you guys. I dropped off 4 boxes. If you go whatever you anything in the last week or so, you know it's on the way to you right now. So shouldn't be any issues. If you have any real issues with postal delivery, you know, knock on wood. But you know, it's still running pretty smooth from my end. My post office does a pretty good job, so hopefully it's doing well on your end as well. But other than that, I said I gotta put an order in for more boxes. That's the only other thing I have to think about. That's for the next reload, and of course I gotta ship my stuff out to JSA. But other than that, let's get going. 1 box, and then we're gonna back it out for the second box. So here's my list. Like I said, even though we're missing our Sunday regulars, that's part of probably usually I send the reminders out on Sunday, but I don't even directly contact, you know, Ryan S. and Shirley Mike A. They usually and Ron, like they usually bid on their stuff without me even contacting. They're not out part of the Facebook group, so I don't even have a way to directly contact either of them, or none of those guys. But other than that, like I said, it's a pretty crowded room. 16 different people in tonight. We got Greg K, Nick F, Big Al, of course, grabbed some Unsouls, CK, Thomas M, Ash D grabbed an Unsouls, James M grabbed an Unsold, Steve S, Larry V, Daryl L came late, he was sleeping, grabbed some Unsold and closed this out for the Closer Mojo. Brett G and Jake G both grabbed Unsolds. Like I said, Brian G is brand new to us. He had an eBay spot. Dale C grabbed eBay spots. Justin W grabbed his spot. So that's Jason M. Jason M, welcome in again. Jason M grabbed the spot on Thursday, and he grabbed the eBay spot tonight. So good luck to all you guys. Like I said, I'm never rooting for or against anybody. We know there's Closer Mojo. We know there's beginner luck. So we'll see if any of that comes into effect tonight. I think everybody in the room has hit before, except, of course, Brian G, who's his first break. Everybody else has had hits recently. I know Brett G's been on a bit of a heater. We'll see what comes out tonight, though. So good luck, everybody. Let's get our randoms up. Where's my list? Dice roller. Random. Okay. Very good. Okay. Here we go. 5 or more is what we're going to do. And then that's how many times we're going to random the list. And then we'll back that number out and do 5 or more for our second box. So 5 or more on our dice roll. See what we got. It is 8. 8 times the list for our first box. Boxes are here in order. Of course, 17 and 43 are the only ones we've skipped so far. The new reload runs all the way to 75. We've knocked out, I think, 62 and 63 just from the reload. So we've knocked out, I think, we're down to 12. I think we've started with 16, I think. So 4 reload boxes have gone. So good luck, everybody. 8 times the list. Our first box, 1. 37 boxes. Oh, maybe they back it out. So that means we didn't knock out a box from last time. So what are you missing? So it should be 30, right? 22, 32. Should be 36, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I missing? 73, 79, 82, 11, 19, 21, 23, 29, 30, 36, 38 is gone. That is gone. Okay, good. There we go. That gets us back to 36. I knew there was an error there. Okay, 8 times, guys. 36 boxes. That's where we want to be. 36 boxes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the first box we're going to open tonight is going to be box number 21. 8 times. Box 21. 8 times. Box 21. Let's back that out. Okay, box 21. Okay, very good. Make a note. Box 21. There we go. Okay, 5 or more on our second box. Roll it again. 11 times for the second box. Now we're at 35 boxes. 11 times. 1, 35 boxes. There it is. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And the second box tonight is going to be box number 75. The very, very last box in the run. 75, 11 times. Box 75, 11 times. Here we go. Box 75. There we go. Get that out so I don't have that in there again on Tuesday. Bring to the very end. There it is. Box 75. Perfect. Okay. Very good. Back to you now as well. Okay. Here we go. Box 21, box 75. 75 is easiest because it's right here on the shelf. Right here. Box 21 is up here. Box 21 and box 75. There we go. There we go. So we got one from the last reload and one from the May reload. So that was actually not the June. June's only got 3 boxes. This is 6 possible boxes here for the May reload. We got some big boys. Woo! Okay, see what we got. Let me see. Like I said, May, they've been in there since May. This is a pretty good run with some stuff. So good luck, everybody, with the May reload. The first one. Then, of course, the August reload. The second one. That's a 12 possible. So 18 of the 36 spots are live in the 2 boxes. That's pretty impressive. That's the 2 biggest runs. Actually, no, the 10 is the other one, but the second, first, and third most runs. So here we go. So good luck, everybody. Let's do our boxes. Okay. We'll start with box 21. Good luck, everybody. Box 21 it is. Let's see what box 21's got for us. Some great jerseys in the reload, too, so somebody's going to be quite happy. Here we go. Box 21. You know what? I knew this was going to happen. Ilya Sorokin, Fanatics Premium. Ilya Sorokin. There it is. East Coast Sports COA. There it is. Ilya Sorokin. This is one I probably called this shot myself today. There it is. Fanatics Premium. Ilya Sorokin, number 30. Fight strapped up, of course. There we go. On the Fanatics Premium. One of the best goalies in the NHL. New York Islanders. There it is. Fanatics Premium. New York Islanders. Ilya Sorokin. Unbelievable. That's like I said, that was one of my spots. That's the only spot I can't list on eBay for some reason. eBay flags it, so I have to list it as an unsold, basically. But that's one that I had an idea was probably going to come out tonight. Just was feeling it. So congratulations, Ilya Sorokin, coming out tonight. Box 75. Let's see what comes out with him. Great Sorokin spot. Very, very nice. Tonight, Sorokin gets paired with. He's going to be quite happy. Speaking of former Islander goalies, Kelly Rudy on the LA Kings. Kelly Rudy. There it is. My man was chasing that. AJ Sports COA. Kelly Rudy. Former Islander goalie. Then an LA Kings goalie. There it is. Kelly Rudy on the Fanatics Vintage. There it is. That's no fight shop or anything on the Fanatics Vintage. That's the AJ Sports COA Black Ink Sig on the bandana wearing himself. Kelly Rudy, old school Kings Fanatics Vintage number 32. Very, very nice. I know the person that was chasing that actually had the spot, I believe, on eBay tonight. So there we go. Congratulations. Here's my Kelly Rudy 32 AJ Sports COA. Very, very nice. There it is. Los Angeles Kings Fanatics Vintage Jersey. Very nice. Yes, congratulations to both winners. Sorry, of course, for everybody that did not hit. Our winners tonight were Ilya Sorokin going to Big Al. Big Al swooped in, grabbed him on that one. And then on our Kelly Rudy tonight, going to Justin W. I know he's been diehard, hoping for Kelly Rudy. It's been a Kings kind of last couple of weeks. We hit the Robitaille, then we hit the Rudy. Boom, just like that. We're knocking our Kings out. I think we still have the Marcel Dion, which is yellow. But two of the black Kings jerseys are gone. Congratulations, Justin W. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Congratulations, Big Al, on the Sorokin grab. Two gorgeous jerseys. Two very nice wins. Very, very nice. So now your odds for everybody are down to 34 on Tuesday. Of course, I have to enter in the spots, start on Tuesday to end next Sunday for the double box. But 34 will be the spot price preview that goes up tonight for Tuesday night. And, of course, seeing spot prices will be for Thursday's box as well. So we'll do two this week. Probably next week we're only going to do one. I'm not sure if I have enough time with doing 2 a week to get ready for the next reload. But we'll do two this week while the spot prices are still pretty good across the board. But thank you, everybody. Congratulations, Justin W. and Big Al. Just great Sorokin jersey. Great Rudy. Honors goalie kind of night. How about that? Congratulations. Always nice when the theme comes out. So there we go. Very, very nice. Two gorgeous jerseys going to to fans chasing them. So there we go. Very, very nice. Love the Rudy. Listen, I actually had one of those and gave it to my brother as a gift. He's a huge Rudy fan. I was an Islander fan he is, but he rooted for him as a King as well. But there you go. You don't see tons of Rudies. It's always nice when they pop up, and I was real happy to grab another one for you guys. So congratulations, Justin W. Great target, great hit. And the Sorokin, even though I couldn't list it on eBay, that's a fantastic jersey. Fanatics Premium. I think I have a Sorokin that's not even that. I said, I don't have the Fanatics Premium one. I think I had maybe the Adidas Alternate. I can't remember. I have to look at my PC myself. So very, very nice. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations again. I'll see you guys hopefully on Tuesday for the Facebook claims, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Tonight I'll get the video up as well as the spot price preview and work on getting everything entered on eBay. So till then, enjoy the rest of the beginning of your week. I'll see you guys over at Big Al's maybe tomorrow night or Nick's on Tuesday. So till then, thank you very much. Waffleboard Breaks is out. Take care, guys.